that data is in silos, and that's an issue we are trying to solve. And today we will take a use case of creating optimal internal conditions. And case is Senaatti. My name is Vesa Ilmarinen, and I come from Platform of Trust. And Platform of Trust, we are launching the platform this year. And Senaatti and its ecosystem is one of the very first users of the platform. And the platform it's a neutral data linking platform with built-in trust capabilities. And Esa, are you ready?
Almost.
Well, I'm sure that we all face the issue of internal conditions. Well, we all know stories about schools or what kind of air problems we have in offices and so on. And Esa, who are you and what is Senaatti?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Esa Halmetoja. I'm working as senior specialist in Senate Properties company, Senaatti-kiinteistöt in Finnish.
Yeah.
And here you can see what we are doing, what we are.
Yeah. So, how is the world?
I'm sorry?
How is the world?
Well, here we can see how it is. You can see two headlines, Old World and the New World. And in this context, I'm talking about the use, maintenance, and manage of buildings. And we can say that in Old World, the communication between space user and the other stakeholder is complicated. I mean, we have to use emails and phone calls and so on. And many processes of management and maintenance and also use are manual still in the old world and still in now. And the next one, sometimes the original reasons of indoor problems are unknown because we don't have real-time data from building. And the know-how is in heads of experts. It's never shared with colleagues, and it's never recorded in systems in the old world. And many problems of building maintenance are manual. But everything is changing now. And when we are going to new world, we have scalable data flows for linking data. We have harmonized data models in use. We don't have vendor blocks because we are sharing all data for everyone who needs it. All data is available for all stakeholders. And digital twin frames are keys for trust. What on earth is this? We have created this term to understanding the communication with the real building and digital building. And I think that we can tell more about this topic after this presentation. But we can say that we are transferring from software-centered world to data-centered world.
Well, how to get from old world to new world then, and what enables that? Well, at least you need data. And the first step is to get data away from silos. But that's actually not enough. If we want to use artificial intelligence and so, computers and systems, they have to know that what data is about, whether it's about rules or shares or cleaning or temperatures. Computers have to know, so we have to manage semantics as well. And actually, we have to create trust on data. And that's something we are missing very much in today's data world. So if you want to share data, probably you want to make sure that it is used as agreed. And in the future, we are more and more coming into the world with data markets. And then if you want to buy data or sell data, definitely you want to know that what kind of rights you have with that data. And this is basically what Platform Trust tries to do. Make data flowing, get it harmonized, and create trust on data. And then on top of this, we can utilize things like API economies and new technologies, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, massive learning, and so on. So Platform Trust focuses on these areas, and of course these new technologies are really the things that make buildings smart. So Esa, how you have approached this in Senaatti?
Okay, this is a little bit complicated figure, but I will tell you what that means. On the right side, you can see our data silos, the most important data silos. The first one is contains energy management system, CMMS, CAFM, and so on. And the second one is the building itself. Different systems in building, ventilation, heating, and so on. And building automation and separate sensors. And we are also considering BIM as a data source. And we have saved BIM in database as IOC format. And on the left side, you can see data users. And also they are providing data on the system. And the owner is there also involved. And in the middle of the picture is the most important part of this system. And the data sharing, linking, seeking, and combining is made by Platform of Trust. And this is very important part of this our system. And it works, one simple example. If a property service company want see, for example, temperature from the office room, they can ask it on our system, and the system asks it from building automation, combines in it a BIM object, and returns the answer to service provider company. And then they can see and visualize it on this user interface. And this user interface opens a real-time view for conditions for the whole building. And also user feedback is seen immediately after it has been sent, and it offers an opportunity to react problems instantly. And now we will introduce this system on this year. We have some months left on this year. And I hope, no, I believe we will succeed. And we will introduce this system on this year, and we will expand it to 100 buildings in 3 years.
Well, what kind of a world this all then will lead? Very much we talk, or we tend to talk about technology, but I think that this is much more about business change. So we can introduce new ways to use data. One thing is related to this silo issue. So with this kind of approach, you can combine data from different kind of sources. So internal condition data, energy data, water consumption, cleaning data, and so on. But also you can combine capabilities. So you don't have to buy big packages with data, artificial intelligence, and with some user interfaces. You can combine the best elements of each. And overall, where this can lead is a new kind of business models. So in the future, you can buy optimal internal conditions and as a service, and or energy efficiency as a service. How about from user point of view?
Well, we think that this is the first time when a space user has been utilizing BIM model in real life, in real using of the building. And I don't read this everyone, we don't have the time. You can read it yourself. But we have found just benefits. No bad things at all. And did I hear someone says money? No, nobody wants to hear the word money, because this is not about money. It's about the price of benefits, and we think that the price is a little. If we can reach all these benefits, the payback period is under 12 months.
Thank you.
Question? Do you have more projects kind of in the works? Are you expanding your relationship, or talk about the future of where you're going to go and together or with other clients that would like such projects?
Yeah, there are several companies starting to do this, and to optimize internal conditions, this is the first use case. There are other areas like to get arrange flexible access or to create smart maintenance solutions.
Yeah, I really like it because it's very, very targeted and very, very specific. One thing that we heard already was that the impact of the UN climate change thing that happened this past week had already had an impact on venture funding for these types of solutions, and so I expect that we'll see more of them and kind of expansion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.